Hello, hello, hello. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, depending on where you're watching me from. How are you doing? How are you doing today? How are you doing? How is the day going on with you? Today is Thursday, the 9th of April, 2023. All right, my sound is checked. All right, so my sound is checked. Everything is all right. How are you all doing? It's a beautiful day that the Lord has made, and we shall rejoice and be glad in it. And the weather for me today is looking amazing at 33 degrees Fahrenheit. How are you doing? If somebody has not asked you, you're hearing from Oyoyo today. How are you doing? Mm, wow. Yesterday was International Women's Day, so I know it's belated, but I'm still going to wish all the amazing ladies here happy International Women's Day. Thank you for your contribution to the betterment of the society. Thank you for all you do to make impact in our generation. You are nothing but amazing. You're beautiful, you're worthy, you're appreciated. Happy International Women's Day to all of you. I know it was yesterday, but because I don't go live on Wednesday, I have to wish my beautiful, amazing ladies happy International Women's Day. So my topic is on Nigeria. Poor health system in Nigeria, evidence of train and Lagos State staff bus accident. This happened today, the 9th of March. And why am I talking about it today? Election just happened a few weeks ago in Nigeria on the 25th of February. And another election, was scheduled to go on Saturday, this coming Saturday, but they shifted it to 18th of March. So it's an opportunity for you to understand the people you're sending in offices to represent you. So we're going to be talking about that today. And I must welcome Rose Ehujo. Thank you so much for joining today. Thank you for the thumb up. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, beautiful. God bless you. Real good for joining me today. All right. So I'm talking about this election. Yes, it's coming up on the 18th. It was scheduled for Saturday, the 11th of March, which would have been in a few days, but because of INEC and their problems, they shifted it to 18. So this morning, we all woke up to the shocking news of Lagos State staff bus colliding with a train in the city of Lagos. It actually happened in Ikeja, just behind the GRA Ikeja axis, at the back of the GRA. That's where you have the train track. So it happened in the city of Lagos. And why is it a topic for us to discuss? Is a topic for us to discuss because we need to know who we are sending to office. You that is watching me, if you're in Nigeria, this is a call for action. Know who your politicians are, know who your representatives are, know who you're sending to office because of instances like this. Thank you so much, Onyi Asamoah. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the thumb up as well. Thank you, amazing people. Why am I saying that Nigeria happened to those train victims? If you watch the news, channels, television, Arise TV, if you're reading from Linda AKG blog or whichever blog you're reading from, you would have seen how the accident victims, how they were rushed to the hospital and they were left in the parking lot of the hospital to be treated. I've never seen that before. Parking lot of the hospital. We are talking about 86 victims of the accident, 86 people. And they're not ordinary citizens if you look at it. They are the staff of Lagos State government going to work. They woke up very well, woke up in perfect health, got ready, entered the staff bus, then boom, something happened. So in case of anything happening to you, do not come and say, yeah, I voted for. No, before you send somebody to represent you, especially in 2023, know who you're sending to that office. Let Nigeria not happen to you. That your emergency place where they are going to treat your loved ones or somebody you know will be in the parking lot. We are not saying that earthquake happened, so the whole hospitals in Lagos were all filled with human beings. That's why there was no space. They had to put them in the parking lot. There was nothing like a makeshift, makeshift hospitals, something you can just make up in a space of time with canopies, at least make it livable. We were not saying that. They were actually throwing mattresses at the parking lot and placing the victims on the mattresses to receive treatment. Let Nigeria not happen to you. Presidential election came and passed. They are still in court because they are contesting the fact that a lot of election malpractices and all of that went on. The presidential election team are in court right now. The gubernatorial is coming up soon. Make sure you vote competent. Make sure you vote somebody you can hold accountable, not somebody when you have any problem like the one that happened to the train victims, they will throw you at the parking lot for you to receive treatment. All right. Thank you, Virginia. Thank you, thank you, thank you. How are you doing today? Thank you so much, all the way from Netherlands. Thank you for joining me today. All right. Why am I saying let Nigeria not happen to you? It has happened to these 86 people that woke up this morning, got dressed, entered the staff bus, and headed towards to work before Nigeria happened to them. Then you begin to wonder why the accident, what is happening, why a few months ago was an accountant going to work and a train crashed him at Crossroad in Abuja. Few months down, we are talking about Lagos State. We are talking about staff bus. We are talking about 86 passengers. As it stands now, the last interview the state government was giving briefing, he said 6 people already dead from the accident. The passenger were 85 of them in the bus, and according to 2, died in the scene of the accident. The other ones in the hospital. They have 42 moderate injuries and 29 serious injuries, and 8 victims with mid or mild injuries. Let Nigeria not happen to you. If you're still doing this election, yeah, it's from my tribe, it's from my church, it's from my, let Nigeria not happen to you, because when it happens, it's going to look like what it is right now to those victims. When they were doing political presidential election, I believe most of them would have voted for maybe Bala Blue or whatever. But look at it. The poor health system in Nigeria is not something anybody should think about. Voting the people that have been there for many years without any change. Nigeria as of 2023 needs change. And if you're not seeing that change, be that change itself. Let it start from you. Don't let Nigeria happen to you. I was on a long call from somebody in Nigeria. I was like, okay, hey, I haven't heard from this person for a long time, blah, blah, blah. So the person, the moment I placed the call, hello, how are you doing? The next thing the person said, look at what they did to me. That a particular embassy invited her because she is the one coordinating all the activities in her office. So they invited her, somebody they have interacted with before in the past, invited her for a 2 weeks cultural activity in their own country. But guess what happened to that lady? Nigeria happened to her. They did not even tell her that she was invited. From the headquarters, the director that the letter got to brought another candidate to replace the woman that is her job specification. The person in charge brought his own candidate from his own state, from his own tribe, to go for that 2 weeks invitation. So when she was talking, she felt so bad, felt seriously bad. I say, are you surprised? I said, I'm not surprised. What is called now in Nigeria is Nigeria has happened to you. She said, what do I mean? Sorry, guys, I'm still trying to understand how to move this line. Okay. It can't just stay one place. And when I look at my screen, I make mistakes in trying to move it. All right. I told the lady, see, what happened to you was that I don't like the fact that my hair is covering my face. Okay. I said, what happened is that Nigeria has happened to you. She was like, what do I mean? I said exactly what I mean. So if you're putting somebody in a place of public service, make sure you're voting incompetent. Make sure you're sending the right people to take the position of authority. Don't go there because of sentiment, because of emotion, because of tribe, and put in the wrong candidate. This is the time you have power. This is what is called right now in Nigeria, youth o'clock. This is the time for you to use that your power and make your voice heard. Thank you so much, Mommy of Triplet. Thank you for being here. Thank you, amazing people. Just give me 1 second. Sorry, guys, I had to grab some water. Oh, thank you for sharing, Mommy of Triplet. Thank you so much for sharing. I'm going to read a few comments, then we'll continue. Well done, Ma. It's quite late. I need to take the kids to bed. Good night, everyone. Thank you so much, Rosa Huja. Good night, sis. Thank you for the thumbs up. So why am I making this video? Let Nigeria not happen to you. Who will believe that 85 people, that a teaching hospital is called University of Lagos Teaching Hospital, could not accommodate 85 victims from train accident? 85. We are not talking about earthquake that happened. They had 200 victims. No, we are talking about 85. Why would they subject those people with already traumatized from the plane, from the train crash? Why would they subject them under that harsh environment to receive treatment? Let Nigeria not happen to you. If you're in Nigeria and you're watching this video and you know the right candidate to vote and you're still campaigning for the wrong person, don't come crying foul tomorrow. Let Nigeria not happen to you, because it happened on a daily basis to people. Look at those people. They woke up well. God woke them up peacefully. They got up well. They got dressed. They entered staff bus going to work. We know some accidents are inevitable. I agree. But at least when it comes to where you receive treatment, let it be an adequate facility or hospital where you're going to receive treatment, because that goes to show if you're going to survive or if you're going to be demised. Let Nigeria not happen to you. Paris Sabu, thank you for coming here. Let Nigeria not happen to us. Amen. Hallelujah. Honestly, look at those people. You know, when you sleep for 12 hours or 8 hours or 6 hours, depending how many hours you sleep at night, and you wake up very healthy, you thank the Lord that you're awake, you commit your day into the hands of God, and you get ready and go. Things might still happen, just like it happened to those people. But look at the state of the facility where they placed them. When I was watching the news and reading those things from the internet, I was like, wait, let me understand. Are we talking about 1,000 victims here, that there is no space in the hospital? No, they said 85, according to the Lagos State government press briefing. 85 victims, only 85. The emergency room could not take them. That means they did not have adequate facility. Not even to think about, hospitals have some conference rooms in hospital. Move them where it is conducive, where you can see something to hang the drip. They were using tires to hang the drip at the parking lot. Why do you have to agree to mediocre? Why? Then tomorrow you come and tell me you're voting for this election because of vote competent. Aren't you tired of all these shenanigans? They are coming during the election. They will remember all of you. Look at now, accident happens. We know that it can happen to anybody. But the way and the place they take you for treatment goes a long way to determine whether you're going to make it alive or not. Let us not forget too quickly what happened to Whitney, the young girl from Chrisland School. Instead of them making serious effort to take that girl to a proper hospital, they took the child to was it a healthcare center or what, without any kind of equipment or facility to help the girl live. Let Nigeria not happen to you. That's the question I'm pulling. Let Nigeria not happen to you. Because if Nigeria happened to you, that's when you understand that this thing is so serious and it should be taken seriously. If that young girl from Chrisland School had been taken to a better hospital, maybe she could have survived. If there was even a personnel, a hospital staff, or maybe a nurse or a doctor at that inter-house post, she would have survived because they would have given her immediate CPR to resuscitate her. But Nigeria happened to that young girl, 12 years of age. Now Nigeria is happening to the 85 people now. A lot of them, according to the state government, they said they have 42 victims have moderate injuries, 29 they have serious injuries, and 8 people mild injury. 6 deaths recorded already. 2 actually passed in the hospital. Maybe they were among those who they dropped at the parking lot for treatment. Let Nigeria not happen to you. If we search our hearts so deeply, we'll find out in a way or two, this Nigerian syndrome must have affected somebody we know. If not us directly, must have affected somebody we know. So indirectly or indirectly is affecting us. Thank you so much, Beauty by Angie. Thank you for coming here. Thank you, thank you. Mom of Triplets says, may Nigeria never happen to us. Amen. That's the prayer. Let Nigeria not happen to you. Mommy of Triplets, I watched that your video. I was very, very happy about your video of 19 states and Federal Capital One, only for me to come online this morning to see INEC giving another report. I say, I don't know which one to believe, but let Nigeria not happen to us. All right. So the governor was talking about it today, and I don't know if he addressed the fact that those people were kept at the parking lot for treatment. I don't know if they addressed it. They've had okay, look at major earthquake that happened in Turkey. If that kind of situation had happened in Nigeria, maybe it would have been by the roadside. They would be giving treatment, if at all they have adequate oxygens or whatever to even give to people. So as you're voting somebody in the office, be rest assured that the person you're sending there, or those that have been there for many years, they all have valid international passport of the major Western world country you can think of. And likewise, their children, their grandchildren, their great-grandchildren, their family members. So if anything should happen to them, they are overseas. Are you doubting what I'm saying? Let me take you back take you a step back. When President Buhari's son had the bike accident, it was an air ambulance, private air ambulance that lifted him from Abuja to Germany. Why didn't they go to National Hospital Abuja? Are they trying to tell us there are no hospitals in Nigeria? There are hospitals, but they did not want Nigeria to happen to their children. So if you're sending someone to office, this is the time to hold them accountable. Make sure you're voting competent. Make sure you're voting what capability, especially those you can be able to hold accountable. Not those that will continue to do things, same old, and you will not say anything. If you try to speak up, they will use intimidation tactics to deprive you of your freedom of speech. They will send thugs to destroy whatever you guys are doing. Use this opportunity to search your conscience. I want to believe that out of these people that had this accident today, most of them must have voted Bala Blue. They must have voted Bulaba, right? But look at it. It's still the same thing. No adequate hair care to cater for them. Do you really think they care about the common man? No. But when you see a candidate that has a common man interest at heart, they don't want to vote for that person. Sentiment will come in. He's Igbo, he's Hausa, he's Yoruba. This is the time to hold your public office holders. Hold them accountable. Ask them questions. If this kind of scenario, let's assume that the Lagos state governor's son was in that bus or in the train, do you think they will go and dump him at that parking lot? Of course, no. Of course, no. They will not. This is a wake-up call for you guys to be aware of what is going on. Those people you think, they don't have your interest at heart. Hear it and hear it clearly. There was a case of a lady too that the brother came under I saw that at the free zone. I saw it, that he lost his sister in the East for wrongful injecting her with what the doctor did not approve before laboratory results came out. I watched that video. I was like, I was like, what is going on here? And you know the irony of the whole thing? Those doctors in Nigeria, when they come overseas, they become the best doctors. You know why? Accountability is very important. Accountability is very important. They will sit for board exams here. When they pass the board exam, they sit up because you know any negligence attached to your name as a medical practitioner, you might end up being jobless for the rest of your life. So everybody is careful. Before you prescribe something, you have to read through to know the consequences of what you're doing. Because in every action, there is what? Consequences. But what? It doesn't happen that way in Nigeria. People get away. According to that, the Freeze interview with the family of the victim, they said that the doctor, the consultant wrote the prescription. The doctor, watching over the patient, said, but you're not supposed to put this medicine. He canceled it. He came back again. He said, I've been in this business for many years. Are you coming here to teach me what to do? He wrote the prescription again. He canceled it. He wrote it again. Now they gave that same injection to the person and the person died. They can't make such mistakes overseas because their license will be at stake. For another hospital management to hire them will be a problem. Negligence is not an excuse, especially if it's something that you know you can prevent and you allow it to happen because you feel your ego is more important than human life. That's what happened in that case of Daddy Freeze they discussed yesterday. That's what happened. The consultant, because I'm a consultant, small doctor cannot tell me what to do. All right. Thank you so much, Eva. Thank you, beautiful. Thank you for joining me. Uju Talk Show. Thank you so much. Thank you for being here. Paris said they know the consequences abroad. It's straight to jail or you lose your license straight away. And they come here, they are the best hands when it comes to Nigerian doctors. But when they're in Nigeria, they can do it. You know why? They don't hold people accountable for their actions. Because they don't even face the consequences. I don't even know if they face the medical board at all. I don't know. So this video is a wake-up call. They haven't finished election in Nigeria. If you feel your vote has you've been disenfranchised, you still have a voice. Lend your voice by using your platform to speak. Let the court processes go through. Let's see if the justice will be served. And if you're yet to vote for your state governor, this is the time for you to forget about party, look for competence and what accountability. Somebody you can hold accountable for his actions. Not somebody working under any godfatherism, because that is what is killing people. They don't have a say as a governor of a state because they are being put there by the outgoing governors or the outgoing godfathers. Let Nigeria not happen to you. It happened to train victims, Lagos State staff people going to work this morning. They threw them in the parking lot, throwing mattresses up and down, flying it up and down. They would just dump the person there, running helter-skelter. I was like, wait a minute. This thing happened just very close to where the hospital is. The scene of the accident is not very far from where the hospital is because the hospital is by Okpebi roundabout area, by Ikeja roundabout, excuse me. That's where so it's behind the hospital axis, behind Ikeja GRA axis. That's the area where that train thing happened. So before they could get to the hospital, they could have called the hospital management. We have issue here. They sent the ambulance. When the ambulance was navigating the street of Lagos and traffic, it would have been time for you to evacuate maybe your conference room, maybe your meeting room to accommodate victims. No, rather they dump them at the parking lots. Let Nigeria not happen to you. That's what I'm saying. Let Nigeria not happen to you. All right. Thank you guys for being here. Hi, Katie. Thank you for joining me today. All of you. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you, amazing people. I really appreciate all of you. All right. So no accountability. That is it, my sister. No accountability. Even godfathers have lost elections. Oh, mommy of triplets, I'm enjoying your series this time around. I'm really, really enjoying them, honestly. So why am I saying poor health system in Nigeria? We saw it, when we talk about it, it's really, why are they always talking about the bad things in Nigeria? Nobody's speaking about the good things in Nigeria. When we see the good things, we'll talk about them. But right now, what we are seeing is the very poor state of healthcare in Nigeria. And if this is like this in Lagos State, the most sophisticated state in Nigeria, what will happen to the other states with less budget? Lagos is the state with the highest budget in Nigeria. And this is the kind of health system they have, where they treat patients. We are not talking about 1,000 patients that the hospital is crowded. We are talking about 85 patients, 85 victims that's supposed to be treated in a very conducive environment to see if you can actually save lives. But no. If you're trying to understand what I'm saying, just type in Lagos said train accident. You see how the victims are being treated, so that you can understand the poor health system we are talking about. And then they had a competent person that came out for presidential election that even told the citizens, if I don't perform, sack me. That was the first time a presidential candidate is giving the citizen that kind of power and authority. Youth, if I stay in office and you're not seeing improvement or changes in Nigeria, sack me. But are they trying to sack him? The INEC and the people that are handling INEC are trying to sack him, actually sacked him, because they don't want accountability. They don't want anybody to hold them accountable for anything they did wrong. They don't want competence. They would rather go by sentiment than competent. How can a country survive with that? How? All right, I'm gonna read some comment. You're right, they need to vote with their heart. Please, guys, please like this live stream, share the host out. Thank you so much, mommy of triplet. Thank you so much. Nigeria is a nightmare. That is the whole summation. It's a complete nightmare, honestly. Complete nightmare. Complete nightmare. I saw that thing this morning. I was like, no, no, no. No, 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 no. It's not happening. It's not in 2023. This is no longer 1980s, no 1970s, no 1960. It's not even 2000. This is 2023. That means 23 years has passed after millennium, after 2000. And Nigeria is still in this state. Is still in this state, and then they don't want to vote competent. That is one that baffles me. And look at it. If any of these presidential political people, assuming any of their family members, any just one was in that train, I tell you, by now they're in England receiving treatment. By now they will be in London receiving treatment as we speak. But you go, they will give you 5,000 naira, maybe 50,000 naira. You throw away your conscience. You throw away everything that you hold dear. And when incidents like this happen, they'll be running helter-skelter because they are confused. They don't even know what to do. I've never seen a thing like that before. I've never. In the parking lot. Even when COVID happened, what the likes of US did, they did make-believe hospital. I remember a particular ship that was coming. They asked them to return back because of they had a COVID outbreak in the ship. So before the ship could get back to port, they've already finished constructing 5,000 bed made-believe hospital. They took a whole parking lot, constructed that made-believe hospital livable for the number of people that might be in that train, in the ship. This was an accident. 85, I'm not talking about 1,000 or 10,000 people. I'm talking about 85. Look at how they dumped the 85 people. Tomorrow they will come and give you a bag of rice. You vote your conscience and keep putting those people that have rendered the health system in a very terrible state. Keep putting them in power. So when you find yourself in an accident like this, they will throw you at the trash can to treat you. Let Nigeria not happen to you. That is the state I'm saying here. Thank you so much. Treasure G's, thank you for coming. Laughful. Let me see what Godfathers losing election is the reason the godsons are campaigning aggressively, because obedient are voting top to bottom. Yes, so vote competent. vote competent. Anybody you can hold accountable, vote them. The saying of Peter will be that if you want to answer His Excellency, let the manner and approach and way you got to office, let it be what? Excellent. All right, so let me see. Host, it is the way Nigerians abuse each other for politicians. I saw it. I saw it on social media. I was like, these people, the way they carry on for people that don't even care about them, for people that don't give 2 cents about them. If anything should happen to you, you are on your own, or that's what you are. But do they really care? They don't. They don't care. They don't care that you people came out and voted and they now chose their own president, right? They don't care, because if they really care for the cry of their citizen by now, in fact, the fear of the citizen wouldn't have allowed them to do what they did. But do they really care? They don't. They don't care. They don't. Politicians that don't care, politicians that only came back to the electorate after 4 years. Yeah, that's what they do. Majority of them, that's what they do. Nigerian health system is a dead zone. You can say that again, Treasure Gist. When I saw the news, I was like, no, this is not happening. No, it's not happening. It's not happening. But it happened. And it's happening. So I now started looking to see if anything has changed. I went back to the internet to see if anything has changed. Okay, some of them, they've put some of them in the hospital. Most of them are still at the parking lot. This is their pictures at the parking lot. That's where they put mattresses for them to receive treatment, and they use this one. They use some poles. They bring some poles, something like a bicycle wheel to attach the drip. That's what they use tape to put the drip and then pass through patient. 85%. We are not talking about natural earthquake that happen that they don't have enough space in the hospital. Let Nigeria not happen to you. That is what I'm saying. Let Nigeria not happen to you. So if you're voting for the governorship election, shine your eyes. Vote right, so that if the person is not performing, you have the same way you voted them in, that's the same way you are gonna kick them out. Let Nigeria not happen to you. If you're listening to me today, let Nigeria not happen to you. Look at the state of healthcare. Look at where they are treating those traumatized already, because if you involve in an accident, you're going to still be under shock. You don't even know what is happening. Your body is still trying to get back to position, and yeah, your mind is still going haywire. They will now come and dump you maybe under the sun or in that kind of environment. How will you recover quickly? Answer me, please. Anybody can help me here to tell me how that state of mind will help you to recover. All right, so I'll be dropping my link. If you have anything to add to the conversation today, don't hesitate to jump into the link and share your 2 cents today. Let me go ahead and do that. All right, so my link is down. If you want to discuss what is going on in Nigeria, please feel free to jump into the link. Let's talk about it. But I'm still saying, let Nigeria not happen to you. Let Nigeria not happen to you. Let it not happen to you. Let Nigeria not happen to you. It's so sad. I'm trying to see if I will have any improvement, any news, maybe different news about the patients, or rather the victims. I'm not seeing any different news about the victims. As a matter of fact, I'm not seeing that. It's still same old, still the same way. Another thing the Lagos State people we are doing, coming to defend that people should stop circulating the information that not their health is not. I say, what are you talking about? The news can be different from what we are saying. Okay, it cannot be different. That is the Lagos State premises. That is the victims from the train. The news reporters cannot be reporting otherwise. So what are they trying to tell us? Have you had a problem that you go to Nigerian hospital? Let Nigeria not happen to you. I had a friend that went to Nigeria for a burial, and then she had food poisoning. They said she bought a Coca-Cola, and the Coke bottle was expired, and she did not know. She had food poisoning. It was the grace of God. Her husband had to change their ticket speedily to take her back to the States because they were giving her treatment. She was not feeling well. They just managed to take her to the States, back to the States within 12 hours. Let Nigeria not happen to you. It's not a good thing. It's not. We've seen a lot of incidents. Look at that beautiful young girl of 12 years from Chrisland School. Whenever I remember, I couldn't be able to carry that story, make videos about it because I have a 12-year-old in my house. I have a daughter that is 12. So I can understand when that woman was crying, there will be no more Whitney to come and take money from her purse for Top Shop, to come and wear her shoes, wear her wig, rub her lipstick. There is when she was saying those things, those are exactly what my own 12-year does in the house. She will go to the next thing. One day I woke up in the morning, I saw my perfume in her room. I said, Mama, why is my perfume here? I said, it's almost over. Now, Mommy, I like this particular smell, so I took it. So when that woman was weeping and crying about her own child, I felt the pain. That was Nigeria that happened to that young girl. If that young girl if the school system had brought a medical personnel on something like inter-house sports where they have children, that thing wouldn't have happened to that young girl. They would have given immediate CPR and would have, administered the first aid needed to save that girl's life. Let Nigeria not happen to you. Because some people don't really care until they feel the impact, until it has happened to somebody related to them or to them before they begin to understand what it means. Let Nigeria not happen to you. Let Nigeria not happen to anybody you know. Let it not happen to you. Because that's what is going on in the minds and the lives and the families of those trained victims right now. They are beginning to see things the way things are. No adequate medical facility to take care of them. None. They are being treated at the parking lot. None. Under the sun, because I know that Lagos is very hot. That is the first primary aid that they got from a government, a governor that is campaigning to be voted in second time in 2 weeks. Let Nigeria not happen to you. So they want you to see white and call it black. Yeah, that's the what they want. They don't want to hold anybody. They don't even care. So far they are benefiting from it, they don't care. Most Nigerians are used to suffering and smiling. That is not the way of life. That nobody should be satisfied with suffering and smiling, because God bless that country with adequate resources that most people overseas, most Western countries, they don't have half of the resources Nigeria, God bless Nigeria with. But they know they don't have natural resources. They use human resources to make sure that they have enough things working for them. Human resources is what they capitalize on. How to use their hand to make things, even if it means making something artificially to create their own resources. They did all of that. But a country so blessed like Nigeria, they don't even have earthquake. They don't have all this where you say hurricane will come and clear the whole country. They don't have all of those. But still, they live in abject poverty. All those who are supporting incapable leaders like BAT, may Nigeria happen to them. I'm telling them now, may Nigeria not happen to them. They should shine their eyes very well in this coming election. Make sure the governor you're putting there is somebody you can hold accountable. So they want to, Mommy of Triplet, there is the video you made, you were talking about a senator that had been in the position since 1999. I was like, wait a minute, the person has continuously been in that Senate position 99, 2000, that is for 24 years. That person has represented FCT as though there is no other person. And it's not that the person is competent. When I watched that video, I was like, wow, wow. I know in the US, you understand, some people, they've been in Senate for 30 years, they've been in Senate for 28 years and all of that, 15 years, because the Senate seat in the US has a longer term and they keep working for their constituency, so they keep re-electing them. But I want to believe that I don't know that man, and I hope he has been representing Abuja very well. I really hope so. All right, let me continue. Simple malaria, Nigeria die in Nigerian hospital. Common hand gloves in the hospital is not available in National Hospital. Brain drain everywhere. Are you telling me this is a medical personnel talking? So she knows exactly. She has worked in Nigerian hospital, so she knows what she's talking about. Treasure says, thank you for your input on this. I really appreciate. Inter-house sports that had about 500 students in the stadium, no emergency. Nigeria is a blessed country, but look at what is happening. You can say that again. 500 students, no medical emergency. And it's not that if you call 911, for example, if you call 911 here within 10 minutes or less than 10 minutes, ambulance is in your home. But if knowing Lagos and what Lagos is, you understand? If you call 911, it might take that 911 1 hour ambulance to get there because of traffic in Lagos. That school, if you really ask my opinion, they should shut it down. That's my opinion. And the parents that are still keeping their wards and their students in that school, I feel very sorry for them. Look at what happened to the girl that went to Dubai on excursion. Is still within the same age bracket, 12 or 13. Look at what happened to her, the same school. And look at this one. This one is not alive to even live. Let Nigeria not happen to you. Whitney's mommy is crying. Even after she buried her daughter, the school wanted to exhume the body for another autopsy. Can you imagine the pain? They don't care because they know they can get away with it, because they know they have their people in government. Let Nigeria not happen to you. Let it not happen to you. The condition of Nigeria is pitiable. You can say that again. It's indeed pitiable condition. Yeah, it is. Nigeria is so blessed, and I envy us. Nigeria is blessed, but it's unfortunate that they don't understand how blessed they are as a country. They don't. Rather, what they do, they will come into this world. That's why they are ready to do anything by any means necessary to get into that office, so that they can siphon the public funds, because they know if this person they want to try you, you bribe the person, the trial dies down. If you go to court, you bribe the judge, the case dies down. So there is no accountability of any kind. That's why they know if they get there, if they spend 10 billion to get there, they will get 100 billion out and then render the country poor the more for the next generation, the next one to follow, up until the fifth generation. Why? They have saved up money for their children, their children's children, their great grandchildren unborn. So if you're not wise, follow them until Nigeria will happen to you. The victims of the train is Nigeria happening to them, because if they have an adequate hospital, adequate medical facility, those people will get better medical treatment and lives will be saved. All right. They are blessed naturally, but bad leader and government have finished Nigeria. Absolutely. Naturally, the country is blessed. But what they have human disaster. That's what they have in Nigeria. And one would think by now, 2023, that people are tired of all of these things happening, that are going to use the opportunity to elect competent leaders, elect people that they know they can hold accountable, not people going to the office because they think that's another means of being rich, but people who have the public service spirit in them. They don't want those people. They don't. That's why Nigeria keep happening to people. Nigeria keep happening to people. Let Nigeria not happen to you. Let Nigeria not happen to you. Look at what is happening. You see it? So INEC can afford to shift governorship election, but they refuse to wait to count the votes properly, because they have their own personal agenda and who they want to put in there as president. So they have the right to shift governorship election. If they knew they were not ready before the presidential election, why didn't they shift it by a weekend? Why? Why didn't they wait for 2-3 days to upload all the voters count? Why didn't they wait? They were in a hurry, releasing the result at 4 a.m. Nigerian time when people are asleep. So when you wake up, you'll be disorganized on where to start from. Let Nigeria not happen to you. Use this opportunity to do the needful. Beauty by Angie said they care less about the citizens because they and their children have access overseas. Nigeria is a disaster. Absolutely. That's what I'm saying here. Let's assume that the governor of Lagos State child was in that train. As I speak right now, that child will be in London receiving treatment because they have active visa. Not only do they have access overseas, they have visas that are active and they can fly them with private jets straight to where they get treatment. I give an example of when President Buhari's only son had an accident, a bike accident. The guy was air ambulance to Germany where he got treatment. They didn't even take any why. They got an air ambulance. That is a plane that has full facility of a hospital to take the son to Germany. A president of Nigeria. So you don't even trust any hospital in your country? You don't trust any physician to treat your son? Let Nigeria not happen to you. That's what I'm saying today. Let Nigeria not happen to you. Let Nigeria not happen to you. For those of you, you see competent, you rather go for blah, blah, blah. I wonder what you guys are thinking about. I talked about Cameroonian presidents here in some of my live streams. And a Cameroonian comedian made a very big joke out of it. A Cameroonian president went to United Nations conference. They've already taped him to get up and speak. It was his turn to speak. The moment they called on him, okay, you can now stand up and head to the podium to talk. He said, where am I? The guy is gone. He does not have a good health. He doesn't know where he was at the time. He was asking them, where are we? What is going on? The next thing, he started farting, passing gas. And the world leaders were watching, looking at him. They don't want competent. If you cannot elect somebody who will tell you their manifesto, what they can do, not the one that will tell you that they will feed their soldiers with cassava, gari, and apple and whatever. You people should wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Make sure you go out whenever they fix the election date, I think on the 18th, to vote for competent. Don't go there and vote for, let them come. No. There must be change. This is 2023. It's 2023, for crying out loud. Let there be change. Save the soul and heart of Nigeria. Every young person in Nigeria, majority of the young folks in Nigeria are saying that Obi won this presidential election. But look at how INEC hurriedly declared their own candidate and forced it on Nigerian youths. Now they are headed to the court. And I want to believe, I like giving people benefit of a doubt. So I'm giving the judicial system benefit of a doubt, believing and hoping that they will do the right thing. But do I have faith in the judicial system? No, zero faith. I don't have any faith in them, because the same government is the one that placed them there, that elected them, appointed them to be in the Supreme Court, to be in the Court of Appeal. So I don't have any faith on the judicial system. So I'm just hoping that something different will be done to save the soul of Nigeria. They don't want P2B because they call him Mr. Stingy. The only reason why they don't want him is because they know if he gets there, if the contract is for 3 million, you must execute at 3 million. You cannot pad up contract from 3 million, you put 220 behind it to be 300 million. He is not ready to sign those kind of documents. Let Nigeria not happen to you. That's what I'm saying here. All right. Thank you guys for coming here. Thank you. Thank you. I'm going to check to see if there is any update on the news so far about those Nigerian train victim. So let me see if there is any new development. Let's see. Okay. I'm trying to see. No, there is no new development. What the Lagos state government is saying that on social media that victims on the train were left unattended to. They are not left on. They imagine the picture they are showing you. They are not left unattended to. They are showing you pictures of them in the parking lot. They should do better, because if these people, were to be their own family members, they would have done better. But of course, they are citizens, ordinary citizens, going to work on a Thursday morning, dressed up from their home, bid their family farewell. Have a good day, mommy. Have a good day, sweetheart. They headed out. They had an accident. Look at where they are being dumped in the name of treating them. And to think about it, these are the staff of the government. They are not the traders, individuals in the market. They are not the people roaming the street. They are the staff of the same government. To tell you, they don't care. Wake up, Nigerians. Wake up. The time for, hello, please, can you send me urgent 2K is gone. This is the time for action. Hold your leaders accountable. Hold them accountable. This is the time for you to question the authority. This is the time to say enough is enough. This is the time for you to say, no, if you're not competent, we are not going to vote you. You 2 o'clock, do the needful. Don't let anybody divide you or deceive you or divert your attention for what is right. Vote something different. Put different people into the ball game. Let's see how it rolls. All right. So, guys, I say let me come here to discuss with you guys on this, to talk about it. Let Nigeria not happen to you, because it's happening every day. It's happening to a lot of people. Somebody called me. I was lamenting how she was supposed to go for a training because she's the one handling that position in the office. But because she is not, the director is from a different ethnicity, he went and picked somebody from his village that works in the same place to go for that training, while the person has no experience whatsoever about the conference. That person has no experience. It's like pulling somebody from finance to go and do a conference for art and culture, or taking somebody that is into training to go and do a conference for finance. They have no place. But that is Nigeria for you. So let Nigeria not happen to you that is listening to me. If you're young folks out there, shine your eyes. They are going to elect the State House of Assemblies in the near future on the 18th of this month. Make sure your candidate, make sure you vote the competent candidate, so that when they don't do development according to your constituency, it's time to rally around and hold them responsible. And for your governors, they are human beings with one head like you. Don't make them their demigods. And because of fear, you will not speak your mind. Speak your truth. Vote the right person in power. Don't vote because of what sentiment or tribal sentiment. No. Vote the party you believe that the leadership is strong from the top. If it's strong from the top, everybody will be in line. Don't vote people that will continue the corruption. Let there be change. Be part of that change and contribute your quota. All right, we have God of Justice. Yes, so I like that. I like that, beauty by Angie. God of Justice. God of Justice. Let the God of Justice intervene in this court proceedings that is going to go on very quickly and very soon in the Court of Appeal or even the election tribunal. Let there be God of Justice. All right. So I was thinking by now there will be an update from the government about this. There is no update about it. Rather, the update is that people are still campaigning in London, asking that the election was, saying that election was done. Let me even read this one. Amazingly, even APC people join us to protest against Nigerian election 2023. How could you win when even your people are against you? All right, so this is happening in London. There be that they're protesting in London, saying that the election 2023 is all shades of what? All shades of, will I say manipulations? Yes. All right, guys, I want to thank all of you. It's almost 1 hour, and I'll be ending this live stream exactly in the next 5 minutes. I want to thank all of you for joining me today. Like I said here, and I keep saying, let Nigeria not happen to you. If you're a young Nigerian out there, this is Youth O'Clock. Your voices are being felt. Who told you that your vote will not count? Look at it. Look at how frightened the powers that be. Everybody's running katakata kitty kitty. Look at how frightened they are. They don't even know what to do, how to capture you guys. They don't know how to win you guys to come and vote for them in this election. They are so shaking. And that goes to tell you that your vote made the noise. Your vote was the table shaker. Your vote made an impact. Don't let anybody tell you that your vote did not count. Your vote counted. Look at young people that they elected into office for the very first time contestant they got into office because you spoke. You young Nigerians, because your vote mattered, because your vote was counted, because your impact was felt. Don't let anybody push you to the point of destroying your PVC. No, no, no. That is your voice. That is your power. So on the next election, go out there and do the right thing. They are. You heard what one of my contributors said today, Mommy Triplet. She said that the Godfatherism also lost election. They are being sacked. So go there and continue to do what? To lend your voice, lend your own voice. Look at what she said. Godfathers losing election is the reason the godsons are campaigning aggressively. So that goes to show that your little vote you felt that wouldn't matter, that your vote matter, that your vote counted. That's why everybody is trying to like talk to the youth, trying to answer the questions. And after the NSAS happened, they said that this is the first time the governor of Lagos State came to answer questions about the NSAS. NSAS happened 2020, and this is 2023. Why do you think your vote doesn't count? Your vote counts. Your vote matter. That's why they are going back to the basis to answer the youth. So I want to use this opportunity to encourage all of you. Make sure you put competent people to power, because you know what? If you keep voting them, they have active visas to Western world. Any small thing happening to the members of their families, they are overseas receiving treatment. Look at what happened to the train victims of their own staff, the staff of Lagos State government going to work, and this happened to them. Look at how they are being treated at the parking lot in the hospital. They were not given hospital rooms, not even emergency room, but they were being treated according to the news in the parking lot. May Nigeria not happen to you if you are what? If you are lackadaisical, if you don't care, show the attitude I really don't care. After all, my vote will not matter. My vote will not count. Let Nigeria not happen to you. You don't have to wait until it happened to you for you to do the right thing. But this is the time for right thing. This is the time for you to take action. And I encourage you to go out there and vote your conscience. Vote wisely for competent. Vote for competent. Somebody who is adequate and capable of doing the job. All right, guys. I want to thank all of you for joining me today. It's been an amazing day, an amazing 1 hour spent with you guys here. This is 59 minutes and 15 seconds. I do appreciate all of you that joined me today in this conversation. And our prayer is that Nigeria will not happen to us. It will not happen to our family members. It will not happen to anybody we know. We'll keep lending our voices until the change is achieved. And we're not going to stop. We'll keep speaking. We'll keep talking. Let there be change. Let there be improvement. Let there be accountability. Whatever you do, know that if you're in a public space, if you're there to serve, make sure you are there to serve. not where you're going to loot the public funds, taxpayers' money for your own personal gain. No. If anybody is into that, hold that person accountable. Charge the person to court. Go and vote out that person because you have the powers in your hands. All right. Haven't said this much today. I'm so glad I was able to come out to discuss with you guys today. I must thank all of you immensely for joining me today, you amazing friends and amazing fans. Thank you guys for keeping a date with me. Don't forget to join me on Saturday for another interesting discussion on my live stream. And if you're watching from YouTube, don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't. And if you're watching me from Facebook, don't forget to share on your Facebook. Let others get to hear this, and let Nigeria not happen to anybody we know. Let it not happen to us. Let it not happen to our family members, and let it not happen to anybody. Rather, let there be a good Nigeria, a better Nigeria that is possible for every Nigerian, not just for selected few. All right. With that, I'll be calling it a day today. Catch me on Saturday. I go live on Saturdays in the morning, which will be 9 a.m. Central Time in the US, and that will be 7 p.m. West African time if you're watching from Africa. And that will be 7 p.m. UK time, and in some other places it might be 8 p.m. their time. So join me on Saturday for another interesting discussion. I want to thank all of you. Beauty by Angie, thank you amazingly. Thank you guys for joining me today. Remember one more thing before I close. If you're a woman and you're out there, know that you're worthy. Know that you're beautiful. You're appreciated. You're valued. Know that somebody is telling you from Oyoyo's word. You're hearing it from my voice today, Oyoyo Ndoke's Kitchen, that you are precious. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Don't let anybody define you. Rather, define yourself according to what God has said concerning you. If God has not said no, nobody has right to tell you you're not beautiful. If God said he made you in his likeness and image, just know that God is awesome and everything about God is beautiful. For that reason, you are a beautiful person. Another thing I will tell you today is to love yourself enough. Love yourself enough so you can be able to love others, and be kind to yourself so you can so you can show kindness to other people. As it goes here always in my channel, remember kindness is a muscle, so get one. Thank you guys for joining me. Until I see you on Saturday, stay blessed, be well, and remember to always do the right thing. Vote your conscience, vote competence in Nigeria, vote capability in Nigeria, and let Nigeria not happen to you. Thank you guys.